Hello and welcome to The Real Bottom Line. Today we're going to talk about the role of the CEO and how, as you step more into that role, you can actually generate more wealth for yourself.
This is The Real Bottom Line, where we tell entrepreneurial stories about true grit and perseverance from frontline business owners themselves. Now, let's get started.
So let's define wealth. Wealth is about time, it's about freedom, it's about resources, it's also about your assets. And so when you started your business probably wasn't the largest asset that you owned. Probably your house was. However, as your business became more profitable, you hired more people, it becomes a bigger asset and become the predominant asset that you own. And so increasing the value of your business can have a direct effect on how wealthy you are. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So let's start with a little background first, and we'll talk about the E-Myth, the book by Michael Gerber. I think it should be reading in everyone who thinks about becoming an entrepreneur. And it's a parable about a woman who likes to bake pies, and so she decides to start a pie shop. And in the book, we talk about the 3 different hats that she wears as a business owner. First, she's the technician. She's the person who makes the pies so that they can be sold in the store. She's the manager. If she hires anybody to help her in the store to sell the pies, she has to manage them. And then there's the entrepreneur hat to wear. And the entrepreneur hat is about working on your business. It's about making sure that the business is functioning well. You're thinking about growth. You're thinking about next steps, all those things. So the entrepreneur hat is really similar to the CEO hat. And so if we dig into another couple of terms, Rainmaker versus architect. So if you're familiar with the Rainmaker word, it means that who is doing the sales for your business. In a lot of cases, it is the owner of the business who's actually going out and closing the business. And that can be limiting to that business. Whereas we'd like to talk a little bit about, should you be transitioning into the role of an architect? And the architect is somebody who builds systems and builds marketing systems that bring in leads and trains salespeople that they actually do the closing, and all the systems are working. Customer service is excellent, all those things. And so 2 questions you can ask yourself to see if you are more Rainmaker than architect right now are these. The first question is, what percentage of revenue of your company is brought in by you? And the higher that number is, it actually is reducing the value of your business. Because if we think about, is your business sellable? Will anybody ever want to buy it? If you are so responsible for all the sales, it really means is that if they bought that business and you weren't there, it will not function at the same levels. So you really want to build that out, become more architect. And that's one question that will help you. The second question is, do you know all your clients' names? And so that's an interesting thing. In our Business Value Amplifier course, we had a really interesting, robust conversation around that, because at some point, it may have been a mark of pride for you to actually know all the names of your customers. But if it means that you do know them all, you may be too integral to that business, and they may actually be buying because of you more than the business itself. So those 2 questions can really, really help you determine where are you on the spectrum of Rainmaker to architect, because the more you can get over to architect, the more you're going to increase the value of your business. Now, I want to give you 3 things that you can do right away to start easing into more of an architect role. And the first one is document all your sales processes. And what this means is step 1, step 2, step 3, so that someone else can come behind you and actually execute on a sales, because it's so documented, they understand what it is. If you bring a certain level of magic to that conversation, figuring out what that is, how can you replicate it if possible, or how do you allow processes for some of your other salespeople to bring their own magic so that they're closing the business for you on your behalf? And the second thing is simplify. If you have a huge service offering or a lot of different offerings that they can choose from. If you have, you could get package A with package B, and then we'll bolt on the C thing, that can be very complicated. So the more you can simplify into 2 or 3, maybe a few more, but very distinct product offerings with the step-by-step guide on how to figure out who goes into what, that's going to simplify things as well. And as you transition out, another thing to consider is having someone in on every one of your sales meetings. So when you have someone in every one of your sales meetings, maybe you are the closer, but then you can transition off the rest of the work to someone else on your team. By having them attend that meeting, you can actually facilitate an introduction and start to warm up the client to understanding that this person that's on this meeting, Joe, is going to actually manage them through the process. You're in the background, obviously checking on things, but you're not taking the lead, and that Joe is going to be the person interfacing with the client. And that also helps you get out of some of that technician role as well, if that's one of your desires. And so that's it, you guys. How to get from Rainmaker to architect. There are 6 other ways, steps to doing it, or ideas on how to do it, and I'd love to share them with you sometime. Just drop me a line, wendy@blackstarwealth.com. We can talk about it. Come to a webinar I'm doing on that. And remember, the real bottom line is here, the more CEO you are, the more wealthy you will become.
Thank you for listening to The Real Bottom Line. This show is produced by Black Star Wealth. Executive producer, Wendy Brookhouse. To learn more about the show or to contact us, go to blackstarwealth.com.
Are you looking to boost your business value beyond just increasing profit? Introducing the Business Value Amplifier, a revolutionary 10-week program designed to help you uncover proven methods to enhance your company's worth. Discover how to transition from feeling unsure about maximizing your business value to becoming a savvy operator who deliberately and methodically pulls the levers of value building. With the Business Value Amplifier, you can expect to take control of your business's growth and be intentional about enhancing its value. Whether you're planning to sell or simply want a more vibrant, predictable, and lucrative operation, this program is for you. Don't miss out on this opportunity to amplify your business's value in just 10 weeks. Go to blackstarwealth.com/amplify and apply for the Business Value Amplifier today. That's blackstarwealth.com/amplify. Your business will thank you.